All right. That's right, everybody. We are back. It's Halloween time.
Hell yes.
I hope
I love the
I hope
costume.
you're ready for me. Are you guys ready? It's ready. It's the time. It's the time to go.
I'm ready.
All right, I'm here with Matcave. Scotty Hawks is here. We're getting it in. It's Halloween time, and these guys talked me into this.
I've been saying it.
I can't believe these guys talked me into this. Who let these guys talk me into this? Like seriously, what happened? What happened to me? I used to be.
I think the go-to is we just blame KK, right?
I used to be somebody. I used to be a contender.
We don't blame anymore. We apologize.
Yeah. We apologize to the people that were used as a sock puppet.
All right, I can't do it.
Please, no.
I'm keeping it on.
I can't do
there
it.
You are.
I can't do it.
I'm locked in.
I couldn't do it, people. I
I
tried
gotta
so
at least
hard.
keep
It's
it
so
right
hot
here.
there. I couldn't breathe. So what's up, guys? Long time no see.
Yeah, man.
It's been a long time.
Well, it's been a long time since there's been like actual Star Wars news.
Well, that's
true,
kind of
too.
true too. I mean, let's be real. It's been been dry times. There's been stuff going on, but not really to the caliber of talking about. And we're going to talk about a lot of stuff tonight. Look, we're going to, like the title says, we're going to go everywhere from Iger using KK as a sock puppet to let's see what
Costume where he's got to get out.
No. I told him he's coming in costume.
Oh, yes.
So we're going from Iger controlling KK like a sock puppet to Ahsoka season 2, silly rumors, to the sequel. Oh, he didn't do it. All right. Well, that's okay. He can still come in and play.
Great,
Get out.
He
I like
didn't
that.
Get out.
He didn't day. Matt says get out. Matt says get out. Here, we're gonna switch you that way. That way, there's somebody on the level
already
of
lost
each
it.
level.
All right,
He
I'm
showed
going
up with
into
no
that. This is
costume.
I don't have a red lightsaber to give you. So,
Blasphemy.
what's up, dude?
Who, me?
Yeah, welcome to the party.
Oh, it's always good to be at the parties.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about some stuff tonight, man. Because like this group hasn't got together in a while that isn't gaming related, right? Because like,
Yeah.
we do game and we do get together in game, but we haven't talked about anything else real of value. So we're
Does
gonna do that a
anyone
little
watch
bit tonight.
Visions today.
Yeah, and
No.
see, Vision just came out. We were
I
just
didn't
talking about
watch
that
it yet.
backstage. There's a lot to talk about. So it depends. You guys got the list in the backstage.
wanna watch it.
Shivi, you didn't get it. Where do you guys want to start? Do we want to start at the where do we want to go? Because there's a lot to talk about tonight.
I mean, I think the two biggest going on right now is I would say it's a battle between apologies to KK versus Ben Solo. Like,
Well,
it's just-
let's start there because those two things are running on the same parallel. So let's start there then. Let's start with Iger.
Yeah,
Right.
that's probably the latest stuff too.
Yeah, well, it's the latest, and it is
Drama.
yeah.
dun dun
So
dun.
we're gonna call this section
Dark
section the Iger issues, right? And so since this seems to be the subject of conversation, let's start it off with Bob using Kathleen as a puppet, right? So if you looked at the thumbnail, I guess that's where we'll start tonight. I enjoyed this. Matt's ultimately responsible. Ultimately, I mean, let's be real.
what it reminds
I
me of?
asked, and he complied, right? So this is what we're talking about. We've got.
I love me some Canva.
we love some Canva, little black market Canva, right? So
Dude, wait, it reminds me of South Park, Saddam. And Peyton.
yes, that's exactly the vibe I got.
Hey, buddy.
Or Jeff Dunham, Dunham, right?
Relax, buddy.
That's fucking
Like
good.
relax, guy.
Thanks, guy.
Right. So this seems to be the current consensus, and from what I guess there's articles if anybody wants to pull any up in the chat, anybody wants to pull any up, anybody up in the stream. This seems to be the consensus of what was going on during the early part of the Kathleen reign, right? So during Kathleen's reign as executive in charge or CEO, basically Bob was using her as a mouthpiece, and everything that he wanted said and done came through her. So he made her the villain. Now the question really becomes: is she the villain, or is she compliant in this? Right? Those become the question, right? So who's ultimately responsible? The person with the hand up their ass, or the mouthpiece?
The person with the hand.
You think the hand has the power there. It's such a crazy situation because so she's not, and correct me if I'm wrong, I could be completely way off base on this. Kathleen Kennedy is not like part of any like Disney stuff. She's Lucasfilm, right?
Correct.
So then Iger is part of the umbrella that is overseeing Lucasfilm and Marvel and everything else.
Correct.
So at the end of the day, it's got a final approval, final decision is going to come from the top.
Yeah, he's
him.
the one that, is to say of how many they release a year. Like when he got back in charge, that was instantly what he did. He's like, we're going to cut back because the other Bob was putting out too much and it was saturated. It was not as good.
Yeah, and I want to make sure that we stick to some facts too. This isn't just us spewing bullshit. This is Steven Soderbergh said this in an interview about Kathleen. She told him that Disney never turned down a completed Lucasfilm script before this Hunt for Ben Solo script.
Yeah, I was just reading that earlier today. Yeah,
that's from the guy who wrote it or who's directing it and working with Adam Driver on this project. So it's this wasn't just a like small thing. This was in like full blown development. Multiple hours of work went into this. It's kind of crazy.
So this got put on the chopping block during the second Iger regime. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what I want to know too.
I believe it was it had to have been second regime timing wise because of when they were, because what ended up coming out right then. I'm trying to remember. I was reading it earlier today and I forgot what it said was about to come out at that moment. But it's crazy that they would. Well, let me ask you this. If they would have even gone through with that film, when was that even supposed to take place? Was this like a whole like post his death and like a Force Ghost?
Yep. And they'd figured out, Adam Driver and them had figured out a way that Ben Solo was alive or something. I don't think it's an or something. I think alive.
Because he faded, right? He disappeared.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. He fades out.
Which I always thought was weird that he didn't pop up next to Luke and Leia at the very end.
I want to theorize about the Hunt for Ben Solo, but I'm going to need a better play-by-play of how the last movie ended because I think I'm misremembering some things.
The last movie
About
ended.
Exegol. Like they're both on Exegol, right?
Right.
He flies the ship out there. She flies her ship out there.
Correct.
They're in different parts of Exegol. He passes a lightsaber to her.
Yes. So
this is all post her bringing him back to life. This is
and he was wrecking the Knights,
and we assume that that's going to kill him.
She doesn't really bring him back to life. She
heals a mortal wound. That's
she more force heals.
Yeah.
Than anything else. She's
Are we
taking.
going to say
he does too.
That was a mortal wound. Do you think if she left him there, he would die from that?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
So she saved his life in that moment, and then he's supposedly repaying the favor at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was the killing blow? What?
When Leia stops him, basically in his tracks, right? She lays down.
I was gonna say, are you talking about for
Oh,
him
you're
or
talking
for
about
her?
on the top of the Death Star wreckage.
correct.
Okay.
Yes. I'm
And
going back trying to remember this play-by-play of it.
So she stabs him in the chest.
How it works.
He's laying down, whatever lightsabers can or not kill people, whatever. And then she uses her force heal ability that we saw her use on the snake earlier. So she's obviously learned to use this power over time. In the in between of the movies, training with Leia. So, it's that I'm giving you my force essence, and then later she needs more. She needs more at the end than he took before.
Right.
And so he gave her so much that he has nothing left. Right.
That's what I'm trying to remember. At the very end, what drained him? Like, did
he gave her basically it's a force.
She's
essence.
dying. He touches
it's a force
her
essence. It's a force drain.
Yeah.
Sort of. I mean, if you look at the KOTOR games, I look to those games, those early Lucasfilm games, for reference for this, because yes, those were never really necessarily canonized, right? In any sense of the imagination. I don't know if I've seen Ninja Turtle. Obviously a Ninja Turtle fan. I like Ninja Turtles.
I have. They're from my side.
So welcome. Yes, hello.
Welcome.
Welcome. But yeah, so ultimately this is, similar to the force heal, force drain. Basically when you're force healing, you're giving a portion of your force essence, of your energy, to the person you're healing. Force drain being the Sith equivalent. You don't really heal people, you drain their energy. At least that's what the game teaches us, right?
Yeah.
And so I kind of use those games as a reference point. I use KOTOR as a reference point when it comes to force abilities that the masses don't necessarily know about, this being one of them. And so force heal, you're really giving your force essence. And most of the time when you do that, you have time to heal. You have time to regenerate. These two go through a battle with Palps. He gets thrown off a cliff. He's already a little broken. He's already trying to heal. And then she gets gotten. And he's like, well, you're more pure than me. You have to live. I have to go. And he gives more of himself than is physically possible. And so he's the one that dies instead, which is where they leave the end of the movie, right?
I wonder how they were going to make that work. Like, did he slip into the world between worlds or something? Because he definitely vanishes.
Yes. He definitely.
Granddaddy pulled him in.
That would be something. Could you imagine a scene between him and Anakin? Honestly, I wouldn't be against that.
I was just about to say, to be honest, too, just to butt in real quick. I've always thought that scene in particular, I know a lot of people don't necessarily like it, how they kiss and everything, but I felt like it was poetic that the grandson of Darth Vader, in a sense, almost did the exact opposite of him and gave into selflessness and gave up his own life to protect maybe someone that he didn't necessarily love completely, but at least had a thing with.
Well, I mean, obviously, aside from the whatever implications of dirtiness, right? I think the idea that they're, I'm going to use the word here. So let me see. Do I have a beeper on here? Hold on. Do I have a beeper on here? I'm gonna do a hot take real quick, but I mean, I'm gonna use a word that you're not supposed to use in Star Wars, but they are a dyad, and so. I know that's a bad word in Star Wars, so I don't want to, I want to make sure that you don't say dyad too loud, right? But ultimately, they have a connection, right? Yeah. So ultimately,
well, I'm glad you mentioned. I'm glad.
I always know that you're glad I mentioned that unused word. And
I love when that's mentioned around Scotty.
I mean, it makes me want. It makes me think like this,
Because like many Star Wars fans, they tend to go to the past. They tend to go way back into the Wayback Machine because that's all we know. That's all we and okay, my brain. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
KOTOR, yes, the past. But I have a theory, and it does align to the fact that they are a dyad. They can do things that we don't even understand at this point. Nobody does. One other thing that I'm factoring into my theory, people are also going to hate. I have the worst theories because I'm a fan of the sequels, so I lean into the sequel shit. Rey, just through Kylo's existence and going into her mind and touching her mind in such a way, opening all these doors, gave her access to all these abilities, correct? Kylo Ren was just tricked by Luke Skywalker with a force ability that he's never known was ever possible.
Sure.
Luke's Force Ghost, he actually put his saber through and saw the physical form in front of him. I am leaning into the theory that Kylo projected from his ship on Exegol So the fight with the Knights of Ren and the end with Palpatine, he wasn't actually there.
So he
and
Iron
so when
Man
he
3 that
fades
shit?
out, he fades
like
back
that.
to his
He pulled a
body,
Luke.
and he's been force projecting his soul.
Yeah, but didn't
just from the ship. He's not on another planet. He's sitting on his ship after he lands. Him running off of that shit, going down, fighting the Knights
That
of
could
Ren.
be cool.
now could you see that? Now I can buy into that. I can buy into that, but it has to be after the fight with Ren.
Okay, right. So I'm
It has
like,
to be. It has to
did
be
he
a
fall
moment.
down in that pit, bro?
No,
And
no.
he's
That
like,
in that moment, I think you are right. In that moment, okay. So that you can swing this. You can skin this cat two ways, right? You can cook this. You can cook this steak two ways, right?
Cook it up, baby.
You could put it on the grill, or you can put that shit in the boiler, right?
Balloons.
Right, two ways. Yeah, you don't have the.
He's got to stir better.
I don't know how to do that.
It's an Apple thing.
Oh, all right.
And so it's an Apple thing.
Jazz hands.
Jazz fans. So look, there's two ways you can skin that cat. One, he force projected from the pit that Palpatine threw him in, and so he was actually down there wounded. And but that doesn't solve the healing process, right? Because usually force heal, you got to be close, right?
Yeah,
so
he
that
was
doesn't
physically interacting.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. After the Ren fight, he doesn't really interact, right? Because all the force, like all they do is they stand side by side, and then Palps pulls a little energy, and then it's like boom, boom. He throws Ren. He picks up Homegirl, right? So he doesn't really interact until the end.
But he could though, because Luke did. Luke interacted with Leia.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like at the end, it could have been
Dice in her hand.
his fade out.
And kissed her forehead.
Right. Well, he gave her the dice too.
I would say the dice faded,
the dice stayed forever, and Homeboy had the dice in his hands at the end, so they were
the dice disappeared after.
Right,
that.
right. They were a physical,
but they were still there. Yeah,
for him to hold on to. Right. So
he was able to make it appear that they
Stanley's.
Yeah, I mean, Stanley's got a good point. You know,
to cheat death.
So, you know, I could buy that if he fights the fights with the Wrens and decides he's just not like. He took a little bit of damage in that fight that he may not have thought he would have. Goes back to his ship and does the Luke thing. Or
I mean, think about it in that moment too. He gives her the saber in that moment. He physically transfers it to her, so it could be after that.
I would think it has to be after she gives him the saber, and when he's in the fight with the Wrens, right?
Yeah.
The Knights of Ren are beating his ass, and then he gets the saber from her. And then fights his fight.
The only other
and
thing
then goes
is that
back to the ship and does the same thing and gives her the saber back the same way, right?
Big thing,
with you.
Big thing too, though. Palpatine's draining their soul essence in front of him, like both their bodies.
Well, that's why I think it has to be in the pit.
Kind of. Yeah.
That's why I think if it's anything, it's got to be
something
in the pit.
happens, but I think it's possible that he's projecting, and that if he's physically alive, that's why he was able to fade away in that moment. But I have no other theory about the fade. The soul fading and how they still play that.
So now that their NDA is over, because they've been talking about this, we know there's a full completed script out there. Do you think we ever see that?
I think we do. I think if it's never gonna happen, we do. But I think if there's any possibility, we never do.
Well, here's the thing:
that makes sense.
Is that okay? Here's the part that gets me, and this more escalates the conversation of why Adam Driver was not interested in coming back to Disney after this last 10 years, and it shows that, well, if Iger's been squashing a project that was greenlit, that would be a reason why he's like, I'm not coming back. Right? You had me on the ropes. We were going to do this thing. We were going to expand after the sequels, and here we are. Right? So it's a tough, you know.
Its code name was Quiet Leaves. So if any info on the internet leads you to that,
that's what we'd be looking for.
I
think it sees the light of day.
This Wikipedia is probably the most accurate source of information currently on the internet about this, because it happened like a fucking week ago. So
that's the thing. We're getting only the current.
It's currently developing investigation here.
Well, okay. So this leads into the rumors Now, I've not found any articles. Chat, if you find articles, guys, if you find articles or anything in the written word, even interviews of such, but the word on the street is that episode 9 had a $600 million price tag during the first Iger regime. So the question is, does anyone really give a shit 10 years later? Because all I see are thumbnails about how
I mean, what was the amount for Acolyte that everyone went nuts for?
230.
Was it 230 or 300 million, somewhere around there?
I don't know, man. Adam Driver literally 9 days ago said that this was one of the coolest fucking scripts that he'd ever been a part of.
What's that, the Ben Solo script?
Yes.
Yeah, that thing was ready to go.
All that sequel shit. It's got to be more hype than that.
We'll do what we always do, and we'll reach out. We'll hit him from all angles. We'll hit his PR person and see if we can pay his SAG fee to come give us some of his time. And people think I'm bullshit. I don't know if I have to email these people and just blur the emails and show y'all that I actually email these people.
No, I know you did.
But I legit email Kevin Smith. I legit tweet Eamon, on a regular. I literally reach out to these people. Iman. I literally reach out to these people on Twitter, and I email their publicists, and I literally try to get people over here. So we will reach out to Adam Driver and see if he will go gutter slumming with us here on this platform, because we want the truth, right?
Well, then whoever owns or whoever's owning and operating the social media Star Wars then posts the scene from the
they
sequel
need better
where they're
PR
fighting with Rey, and Ben Solo's there fighting with Rey. So it's like either everyone in Lucasfilm is like, you Bob Iger, you took that shit from us. Well, it was gonna be dope.
You know what it seems to be the trend,
baby. Let's go.
The trend over the past few years. Think about it. Like as NDAs run out, someone comes out of the woodworks and starts talking about stuff. Like like people are just waiting to say what they want to say. Think about
John Boyega's been saying it for years. John Boyega's been sitting on this soapbox by himself for years.
Didn't he just recently say something about going back?
I mean, but look, I'm sorry. I hate to be the person that says the thing. I'm going to say the thing out loud that nobody wants to say. If the mouse calls, you're going to go. Right? Yeah, there's very few instances where if Mickey rolls up and he's like,
"Oh, boys, all right, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna give you this big ass check, right? And you're gonna come and make this movie, and we're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff, and it's gonna be great. And you're gonna do it. And if you don't do it, you don't get Disney Plus, ESPN, or Hulu. End of story.
Oh my God. Ever, because he owns everything.
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe. But look, the mouse owns everything. Right. So to really say I'm not going to work for Disney, you're limiting yourself.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff. If you really look at the umbrella of stuff they own, Disney has acquired a very large part,
like a fifth of the stuff
of the market, right? And so it only behooves you, if you want to continue to make content in this era, is to play ball. I mean, look, the rumor on the street is even Gina's talking to them about a rebirth.
When you get these interviews with a lot of especially the actors,
either, but I'm just talking rumor, man. This is the rumor mill tonight. It's Wednesday night. It's rumor time.
Roll up the pant legs, Chad.
But think about the things that the actors and the producers say about all the people that the fandom just dumps on all the time. But then you get people talking about how they worked with KK for so long and they've done all this and how wonderful it's been and all this. Like there's something. Our side of the whole thing is completely missing. There's pieces of this puzzle we're never going to know about. Like the whole thing with now everyone's on the bandwagon of apologizing to Kathleen Kennedy. And I'm seeing this like on headlines and things from the people that dumped on her the most. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like we were talking about this backstage years ago. Our group, we literally were saying, like, it's ridiculous that she gets all of the blame. It makes no sense.
in a dream.
Oh my god, that thing is terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying.
So good.
But it's like she's just this one piece of this gigantic machine.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
but
yeah,
now,
but look, this is what we've been saying for. Me and Scotty joke about it, but we've been saying it for 10 years, right?
Been saying it for 10.
She is a very
Ain't you
large.
been saying it?
I've been saying it for 10 damn years. Ain't I been saying it, Miguel?
I've been saying
She is a very important and large cog in a very big machine, right? And most people don't understand the way that these things work. They think one person has ultimate power, and that's true when you get high enough up in it. But it's not her.
It's not her.
When you get high enough up the ladder, you realize everybody's got a boss, and because Disney acquired Lucasfilm, and they have the rights to say things, he is literally able to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And literally able to use Kathleen as a mouthpiece to keep his image clean. And what is she going to say? No, Bob, I'm not going to say that.
No,
the hell with your $100 million a year salary, and this large part in this industry. I don't see it.
But you know what? And I probably should have added it to the thumbnail image. But there's another arm, several arms up his bum.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He's got to deal with the shareholders. He's got to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, there's the board of directors, right? We keep talking about it. It's Kathleen Kennedy answers
freaking
to
Muppet
Bob.
Show over there, man.
It's not even the board. Like Kathleen Kennedy doesn't even answer to the board. She answers to Bob. Bob answers to the board, right? Because there's no Lucasfilm board, right? It's the Disney board.
Yeah. My question is, Bob, what do? Do we just not make fucking Star Wars for the next 10 years so everyone forgets about it and then try again? Like, what are you doing? You're going to let all of these storylines, all these timelines die on the vine?
Well, look, yes, and that's just it. The Force is female obviously comes more from Bob than it does from Kathleen, right? Because you have to clear your statements, right? That's the thing. When you're not at the top, you have to say the thing that the person above you wants to say.
Yeah, it became a full marketing campaign.
Right. And that comes from the top. That comes from Disney, not Lucasfilm. And so this is just illustrating what we've been saying for the entire time we've been streaming together. Right? We've been saying that this is a Disney decision. These are Disney board member decisions. The Force is female is not a Kathleen getting on a high horse and putting
wasn't that literally on one shirt?
Well, but even still,
they weren't running around they were not campaigning for 2 weeks wearing the goddamn shirt at every event. You know what I mean? It's
I think they did it at
internet ran with that shit.
Well, but they did it at D23, right? If she had done it
at one time, and everybody's like,
Wah! but this is also why shows don't do well when the interest media. It's no longer social media. Just so you guys know, it's not a social platform anymore. This is an interest media market now. So interest media puts the things you want and consistently hear about, right? These things listen, right? These little things listen to what we say all the time.
Oh, all the time.
Right? And so the interest media is feeding you what you're talking about on a regular basis and feeding it into your feed. If you're talking about negative things about this company, they're going to feed you that in your algorithm, right? So these content creators have created this space where they can say these negative things about a show they've never seen and create a negative buzz before it even hits the market simply because they don't like Disney platform. Right? But what they fail to understand is a lot of these storylines that they hate so much come from George during the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Right? But these other content creators, I'm not going to use the acronyms that I like to use because I don't want to offend anybody, because apparently the snowflakes became ice cold, hard ice, and the ice melted into a puddle of water apparently because the roles are reversed and now everybody who used to be, you can't offend me, is offended. So I'm not going to call them their names. I'm not going to call anybody names. I'm simply going to say that the people who don't like Disney Star Wars don't understand the content that they're seeing because they didn't follow the content that George finished his career making. right? And so if you're going to judge Ahsoka for not making any sense, well, maybe it doesn't make sense to you because you don't know the background, right? Watch Harry Potter, episode 7, without watching the first 6, and then tell me you understand what the shit is going on.
Yeah, going with no context.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to criticize it, read the book that you're criticizing, right? It's the same way I feel about most religion. If you're going to criticize it, read the book that you're criticizing first before you criticize it, right? So that's the biggest issue, is that a negative bubble, a negative cloud, a storm cloud can approach a show months before it airs, giving it a bad Rotten Tomato review, giving it a bad, impression to the mass media before the show even hits a preview of what's going to happen, because they don't like the actors or they don't understand the content, right? And yes, I attack specific people when I say things like that because they make ignorant statements, right? If you're gonna criticize what they're making now, know what they made before so you understand it. That's all I have to say about that. But $600 million, does anybody really give a shit? That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Today,
that's what I try to say about. Oh, if you want to finish, sorry.
Today, that's an equivalent of $1 trillion.
Yeah. And I try to say this about the type of content that Star Wars makes. Like, of course, Andor is gonna slap. It's set in the OT. Everyone is a fan of that era because we grew up watching those films. But now it's like only stuff that hits with the prequels is like Clone Wars stuff because that was a movie. The only stuff that and even Ahsoka, one of our favoriteest characters as a sweaty fan, that show's not hitting because she wasn't in the prequel movies.
Correct.
There are so many fans that are just like, Star Wars is movies, and if that's all they know and they haven't been watching all the animated shit along with us, and we finally get some live action shit that's gonna bang, of course. If you're not out there reading the High Republic comics, the novels, bro, they put out so many books and novels, and there's so many fans of the High Republic. Now they're trying to tie it all in with the Acolyte and prequel fans. It's like, how's that not?
That's crazy.
How's that not slap out of the park? And not for nothing, like, we used to just accept the funny in things. We used to be able to just say, okay, that wasn't great, and make jokes about it, but we can still theorize and we can still speculate what's next. I'm still like, what's next? What happened to that mentality? Like, I don't feel like there's anyone hungry out here to talk about theory.
Like, you know what it is? Yeah. To theorize and give our thoughts of what could be happening. You know why people backed off from it is because everyone gets attacked for everything now.
Yeah.
Correct.
If you have a thought, if you have an opinion, God forbid you have an opinion about any of these franchises, and you're willing to speak about it out loud, it's unbelievable. But the thing is that you just got to have thick skin and get through it and just be like, you could just wade through the bullshit and just be fine. So
100%. I think a lot of us, in a sense, were kind of turned off after the Acolyte, which was one of the last big new kind of things that they put out too. Not that we all hated it. I think a lot of people did, although I liked it personally. I want to see more. I thought it was a setup season, so it's disappointing to me that they're not continuing with it. But at the same time, like, that definitely, I feel like, almost put us back in like a Last Jedi kind of space as the fandom, where like nobody's really excited to talk about anything. We're not really sure what's coming next. Like there's a lot of uncertainty in a sense.
The Grogu Mandalorian is suffering exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, because
the dead, so that movie's almost dead in the water.
Well, because the poster looks cartoony and the trailer looks bad. From what
we can move into that, actually. If you
we can dive into
transition. That. Yeah, the reason it looks the way it does is because they made the jump. They were like, take season 4 and make it a movie instead. But this was already being made.
You think so? You think that's all?
Oh yeah, this is season 4 filmed.
Yeah, see,
I feel like a lot of people are going to feel that way, even if it's not 100%.
Even when you look at the trailer, it looks like a TV show.
Yeah.
Well, but all of their TV shows look like movies. Not shoot like movies, right? Like,
they shoot like movies, but it's like, I don't know how to describe. You know how like a movie has like a grittier look, like a feel to it. There's something film grain adds to that and everything like that. Like there's something a little rougher and darker about a movie. Shows like pop, like they're almost too clear, and that's how
I
the
think
Mandalorian.
it depends on the scene.
Yeah,
Also
it could
depends
definitely
on the show.
Yeah. If it's
It depends on
heavy
the show,
special
yeah.
effects and everything, like I'm sure they were still using the volume and everything for that.
Sheev and I were talking about this the other night, and it seems like, we were having this conversation. To me, it seems like this is how because to me, the Mandalorian show ended at the end of season 3. Right? That show, that concept was over. Right? He did the mission he was set out to do in the first show, in the first season, which was find Grogu's family. Well, now Grogu's got a family, right? At the end of season 3, he adopts him. That's my kid. He goes and raises his kid. Show over. This movie is a way to bring Din Djarin and Din Grogu back into the Mandalorian fold to get ready for the big bad that's coming. This season, this movie is actually a setup movie. It's going to be great. Yeah. There's going to be lots of action. There's fight pits. There's all kinds of stuff. But the Darksaber's gone, right? So that element of this character, this stuff is gone. We see Grogu advancing in his independence and training and all that fun stuff. But this movie, people need to get on board. This is not the movie that's going to save Lucasfilm and bring Star Wars back to the front foot.
No.
This is going to be a feeder film.
Yeah, this is set up for the next phase.
This is going to be Empire Strikes Back, just so you all know. This is going to be...
I mean, that would be great.
But Empire Strikes Back was a feeder film.
Yeah.
It set up the finale. It was not an independent ISO by itself.
You don't say that.
Oh, I'll say it. I say it out loud.
Even the ending is like a cliffhanger. So,
I said it, and I'll say it again. Empire Strikes Back was a feeder film.
The one thing I hope they tie up in this, though, because they left it hanging, is with the and I'm having an old man moment. What's the dinosaur thing's name?
Oh, the
Trandoshan?
The Mythosaur.
No, the what?
Oh,
the Mythosaur.
The Mythosaur. They need to wrap that up. They set it all up, and we never got completion on that.
It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. See, and I don't want them to finish that.
Really?
To me,
you don't want to see him ride that thing?
No, I want to see Boba Fett return to the Mandalorian creed like his father before him and ride that Mythosaur the way he's supposed to.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, have Boba do it. That would be
That's what.
Yeah,
that's how, but they have to, they're not.
But here's the thing. You know what they'll do though? If anyone's riding it, it's Grogu.
Well, it'll
or Beast Tamer.
I mean, either that or we go full lib and we go Bo-Katan riding it.
I mean, she might, but I think the tease with Grogu and the Rancor, I think that was the setup for it. It should be Boba.
Rancor to sleep, man.
they did.
Nap time with the Rancor.
Grogu's a beast.
But I agree with you. I think they need to wrap that up, but I don't think they'll wrap that up in this movie. I would for me, I would rather see the same thing that's happening with the Ben Solo movie. I would like to see Tem come out and do some serious PR work. Yeah. Come to me, let's write a script together, because I've got the way to bring him back in the fold. Right? It just, what? It's so funny. I saw a Nerd Theory episode, and the title was "What I've Been Saying the Entire Time I've Been Streaming." All roads lead to Rey. Mm-hmm. All roads lead to Rey. Mm-hmm. And so, and so, if we're going to continue on my fortune telling, all roads for Tem and Boba Fett run through Camino. He's got to go back to Camino as an adult.
You think he would go back?
No, I think that's how you get him back into the fold, right? So, Tem, if you're listening, I'm going to give it to you here. Come to me for the major script. I've got things in the books.
Talk to the man.
But Tem, if you're listening, this is just for you, an audience of one. Boba Fett is now the leader of Tatooine, right? Basically, right? He's got the alliances here, alliances there, but he is the dynamo of the largest populated area. And he's got a lot of allies in this. But what's the most coveted thing on Tatooine?
Agua.
Awata. Awata. And so
Boba
Boba needs water. So he goes, he's like, you know what? I know this place that was nothing but water. Why don't Finnick, let's go on a trip, right? So they go on a trip to Camino for water. But when the Slave One gets to Camino, a sensor goes off that Boba's never seen because Boba's never flown there by himself before, right? Because Jango was always piloting. Mm-hmm. And it leads him to the similar platform that Omega knew about, the secret lab. So Boba has a platform of his own on Camino, or Jango did. And then he gets the same kind of training that Ahsoka got with holograms that tells him about Jaster, that tells him about Mandalore, that tells him where he comes from, how he was.
So let me ask you this. Do we get Omega in live action?
I think you have to.
You gotta.
I think you have to.
Yeah, these characters are out there. I mean, anything is possible.
I think finding Omega on Camino would be baller. Right? After the rebellion's over, after she's set her part to go back home, set up a little campment of her own, and then those two intersect. And because she knows the whole planet. She knows more about Camino than anybody alive. Right? Because she was always in special care. She went to places that no one knew about.
How much is there to know? It's just oceans.
But she knew about the secret lab where they created Clone Force 99. She knew how to get around. She knew where all the labs were. She knew where
99.
Give me all the new secrets,
I know, right?
man.
But that's what I'm saying is that gets
him MacGuffins.
That gets Boba back into the Mandalorian fold. It puts him back on Mandalore because otherwise he has no reason to go to Mandalore. Right? Because they look at him as a clone. They don't look at him as Mandalorian. Right? And so this is how he gets home. Right?
Yeah, even the Mandos like disrespected him when he came up and they just heard his voice and they're like, nope.
Yeah. Right? They try to fight him. They treat him like shit. But man, his armor's got old school Mandalorian leadership built into it, right? Like he's got rights that they don't. It's almost like that Game of Thrones shit. He's Jon Snow, dude.
Straight up.
He's the bastard, right? He's the bastard son
the clone
of Jango Fett,
bloodline.
right? Yep. He's a pure blood,
the one and true heir.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like there's so much to go with here.
Sword from
Tem, please call me, babe. Bubby, baby. Bubby.
Yeah, let's go.
Call me, baby. Let's do this. Let's get you back into the fold. You know you want back in. You know you want back in. You're doing this Jason Momoa shit that's fucking fire. Right? Have you not seen that Jason Momoa fucking movie that he's in?
No.
Chief of War, is that a show or is that
which one?
I don't know. Is it a show or a movie?
It's a show.
Dude.
The one with all the blind people?
No, it's like a
the Hawaiian
Pacific Island. It's like a Pacific Islander movie where he's like the father of a chief, and Jason Momoa is the chief of this war tribe or some shit. It's fucking the trailers, the action sequences look fire, dude.
War Chief. Oh, I gotta look that up. Is that new?
Yeah, it's like this last month or so.
Oh, okay. I gotta look that up.
But that's what I'm saying is like Tem wants back in. Disney? Do you really want to give Tem to Apple? Huh. Do you really want Tim to go work for Apple? Come on, man. They make computers.
Yep.
But yes, I just, for me, I feel like there's opportunity because this Mando Grogu movie is going to be a feeder movie to get us back into the big bad cinematic event that they've been promising. Right? The Ahsoka show that's feeding Thrawn back into the mix. The Shadow Council and Boba Fett, feeding that back into the mix, cloning for the Palpatine resurrection, right?
To explain how he returned somehow.
You see what I'm saying? Like but there has to be a conflict of the Imperials. The Imperials have to have a conflict. There has to be a Thrawn on Shadow Council, or either that, or Thrawn just has to walk in and be like,
"Yeah,
mine's bigger."
Yeah.
Whoa.
right?
Oh,
I
Like,
know,
sorry.
straight up though. We were talking about this yesterday. I'm like, it made me so excited seeing that trailer, not having Thrawn throw his thing out. But
Yeah, we had to blur that out just now, chat. Sorry about that.
yeah. So I mean, I wanted to make sure we could stay live, but I mean, really,
right.
that's what's
seeing
going to
the
happen.
Empire though. Like they gotta have some sort of mention of him. Like we saw the Shadow Council in season 3. You don't just not do anything with that,
Well,
especially knowing Thrawn's back in the main galaxy.
And they
Like,
mentioned everything that's coming, right? They mentioned the cloning. They mentioned the project.
Do they pull some crazy shit and actually go try to get the Darksaber back?
they
And they're hiding that from us. That'd be a big part of this whole thing. Like
I
how
feel like
honestly,
I feel like it has to come back.
or did they establish that he can rule without it? Because I
No,
feel
I
like
think
there
they
was some of that
established it.
happening.
Where did it end up? Remind me.
well, didn't it break?
Well,
Dude, they ended up
Gideon
fucking
broke it with
Death Star.
his Death Trooper suit hands,
And then
wasn't
they
there a whole
crashed
thing
a
about how-
ship on top of it?
and then they crashed a ship on top of it.
But it can't be found and reforged. Wasn't
Well,
there
but
like a
the Kyber
special
crystal-
forge?
The
for-
Kyber crystal wouldn't have burned up
No,
necessarily.
it's still going to be there.
right.
Can Grogu sense that?
Yeah,
Bitch,
Grogu's.
track it
Well,
down.
my question is,
It calls to him.
my question is that the Darksaber initially was a unique weapon, right?
Yeah.
In that it's not like any other saber we've ever seen in design, not only in design of the Kyber crystal, but the design of the hilt itself is unique that we've never seen. Not to mention the blade that is actually produced is super unique also,
Yeah.
that we've never seen.
Different type of.
Well, the hilt is more
mechanisms.
like what you'd find on like a katana or something
Yes,
like that. Like
right.
it's got the squared.
Car Vizsla was the only one to ever figure it out. So
So and here's my theory is that unlike Hu Yang, who teaches the Jedi how to make their sabers, and most of them are the same. You've got Genji that uses a wood hilt. You've got, based on your specifics. But it would seem to me that maybe Tar Vizsla would have done something unique and made instead and used, because it was Beskar, right? It wasn't, he used the Force to liquefy almost. Yeah, absolutely. You're exactly where I'm at.
I'm thinking.
He had a piece of Beskar, used the Force to create the form, built the electronics, and almost like a venom.
Do you
right?
think
Almost-
I was gonna say, yeah. Do you think he imbued the crystal with Kyber?
Yes, I do.
Or
I
the
think that's
Kyber
why it
with,
emits the way it does. I do. I think that
Beskar?
the Kyber and the Beskar together create that unique blade, as well as the hilt. I think that no one else could make it but a Mandalorian Jedi, because the design of it is so unique in that
Beskar.
it's almost like he used the Force, like Genji and like the younglings that we see create the electronics, but instead of just capping it with pre-made parts, he created his own parts with his mind that formed almost like
Formed the mold
Anakin.
from liquid.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so unique, because he envisioned it in his mind and created it out of raw Beskar, right? So it seems to me that Grogu's the only one that can do that. So ultimately, I think that Bo-Katan has to find the crystal on Mandalore, because it could have,
It's gone.
well, it could have ended up in the mines. That platform fell and the platform got hit with a bomb. It could have fell anywhere.
It's like the
Bo-Katan-
one ring just going ting.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, maybe it's a Kyber crystal.
Could the mythosaur bring it out?
It would be cool if it was like resting on its trunk or something, right?
Something that brings it out.
But no, I don't think they was in the living waters. I think they were way
It
high
was
up.
way
in the,
higher
in
that-
the
okay.
Yeah, and they weren't even down in the smelting.
If this
This
was
was-
back, there's a chance it calls to somebody because it does have its own consciousness, its own sentience.
Well, and I
Yeah.
think now that Grogu is technically Mandalorian by adoptive, is technically one. I think when they go back to Mandalore, that might be part of the story.
did they both go into the waters or just Din?
No,
Did they
Grogu was there too.
baptize him in the
Grogu
water.
was in it.
Okay.
Grogu was there too.
Yeah, so it's official.
Right. Yeah, no, he's officially a foundling. He's or not a foundling.
Yeah.
He's an apprentice.
Is
Yeah,
it,
I just
yeah.
wasn't sure if the foundlings got.
He's
blasted.
Din Grogu.
He's Din Grogu. He's an
Yeah, yeah.
apprentice
Right.
now, so he's moved up. That's why you see him on these little adventures with the what are they called? The mechanics.
Zanzella.
Yeah, what's his name from Rise of
Babu
Skywalker?
Frick.
Babu
Yeah,
Frick.
Babu's race. I don't remember what Babu's.
Anzellans.
There you go. The Anzel. Yes.
Yeah.
So I like that he's on his own little mission with them, and he's the one standing up to the monsters in the mines and all that stuff. It's very poetic. Maybe that's the journey he's taken with them, is to find his kyber crystal. We don't know. I don't know, but it seems like he's turned off his Jedi abilities and he's going full Mandalorian now, right?
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
think he's going to use his Force abilities to help him, but I don't think he's going to go back to Luke's school. I don't think he's going to be a Jedi. I think it's going to be that raw Mandalorian Yoda.
So does this all then? Is this all going to then connect with Starfighter? Are we in the same time frame?
Starfighter's way further out.
Yeah,
That's after
it's
the
supposed to be
sequels,
the
right?
next- Yes.
Okay.
It's
As far as we know.
it's supposed to be Homeboy is taking a Jedi to Rey.
Okay, I was just going to say, do we see Rey in that? Yeah.
Supposedly
don't-
at the end.
Yeah. So they say. Still very early rumor on that, but Mando is set. We're years 5, 7, 10 now after the second Death Star, correct?
Yes, we're
First
literally
Order
in the
creeping up.
direct middle between the Death Star and Force
Shadow
Awakens.
Council is eventually going to get scooped up by First Order, something like that.
We got to see that transition. They
Well, that's
already
what I'm
teased
saying.
like the Hux family and all them. Like they put the
we need to
pieces in
see-
place.
What Star Wars needs to see in a fucking big screen movie is the Battle of Jakku with Luke Skywalker. That's what
Like that.
needs
That'd be
to
dope.
Uh,
That could
we're
be a cool
approaching that
animated
time.
thing too, though.
Yeah.
And just to put it out there,
Mhm.
animated stuff has been doing really well in theaters.
I would
this
take
year. The
animated
anime
classic characters all day.
anime movies this year are doing some of the best in the box office. So,
Yeah.
like, come
Not
on,
to mention
Star Wars, let's
Netflix-
make a.
That's
You've already
Netflix
done-
number one show is Demon Hunters, right? Is the number
Yep.
one show on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Animated
I know.
show.
My daughter doesn't stop singing it.
Yeah, I mean, One Piece has been one of the top shows the last couple of years. So,
Well,
the
and,
entire world.
but this is
So.
the thing is that, and I agree. I would love to see the Battle of Jakku. I would love to see more of those things that put us into the sequels, which is what we've been saying this entire time. Is that all roads lead to the sequels? I'm sorry, they're not going to retcon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wanted to. I almost said. No, I'm going to say it anyway. I'm sorry, my grifter friends. Your tears are. I'll put them in a jar and put them on the shelf and save them for later. But I'm sorry, they're not going to retcon. They're not going to delete the sequels. I've been saying this for a decade. They're not going to delete the sequels.
All right, I'm sorry.
They're going to keep going, and this Grogu and Mando is going to lead to the Thrawn. It's got to lead to Thrawn versus Shadow Council, and Thrawn's got to lose or leave the galaxy. Gather enough forces, gather enough allies to go fight the threat that he sees on the horizon, or he's got to lose, because we know that the Shadow Council gets what they want in Project Necromancer, bringing back Palpatine, Exegol, that whole thing. So he's got to lose.
I'll tell you the thing, and being the one on the panel tonight that does not have much love for the sequel trilogy. There's things I like, but I'm mostly on the dark side with this one. But all I can ask for is that the bridge to get there is meaningful and it's a good journey. That's what I want. I want to see the connection. I know it's all leading there, and I've made my peace with that. I just want to have a good journey getting there, so that by the time because I will rewatch these films, but when I do a full rewatch, I want that bridge that took me there.
But let me ask you a question already. As the Mando series has released, as Boba Fett has released, as Ahsoka has released, these are all stories that are current in the timeline. Kenobi, put it aside. Skeleton Crew, put it on its own shelf, right? All this other stuff. Ultimately, based on just the Mando, Boba, and Ahsoka, are they putting enough stripes on that rainbow bridge?
They are.
Right?
The pieces are there. I see the like even Andor.
It's just taking a while.
Andor, was it Andor that had the Hux family?
No.
Which
No, that was
that-
Mando season 3.
That was
oh,
Mando.
season 3 was
Yeah, we see
the Shadow Council.
I
was
want
season
to say
three.
it was a Hux family member, but I know
It
we
was.
see some other family.
there's definitely the
members, too.
pieces are there. So when they
100%.
sprinkle it in, you know, I know enough of all the backstory of everything to know, like, oh, like, you know, you pull the DiCaprio where you're like, oh, right there, you know, you see the thing. So I feel good about that they're building that bridge. The thing I'm so worried about is that all the backlash has made them change course so many times that they're going to, I feel like there actually was going to be a plan this time, and now I feel like we're almost breaking it because Disney's overreacting to things.
Well, they do listen to interest media far too much.
Yeah.
Like, let's be true. Like, Disney's really bad at flip-flopping ultimately because they want to get on brand with what's hot in the market and what's tweeting and what's popular instead of staying consistent to the stories that they're telling. And look, I mean, you could say that same thing on the side of Marvel, right? Ironheart, what's the WandaVision,
Secret Invasion being too early.
Secret Invasion. You go into She-Hulk. You go into this time when you feel like, you know, the Me Too movement was hot, and so they latched onto that and really pushed this agenda. Ultimately, just stay true to your stories, and I think you have a better chance instead of trying to alter your perception. So, like, that's what Acolyte. That's the hate Acolyte got. They felt like it was too woman centric. It was too this, that, and the other, but it was designed to be.
I would say before it even came out.
Correct. Right.
That was the thing. Yeah, the behind the scenes.
Well, also
killed
you're
that
talking
show.
about all these timeline branches we're building off of, and then here's Acolyte.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like you got all these like Ahsoka threads. You got all these, you know,
well, and they gave us exactly what we asked
Rebels
for.
threads. So I don't know.
Well, they
They
gave
tried
us
to start
exactly
something new.
what we asked for, Scotty. They literally listened to what we were talking about and said, "Give me something out of the Skywalker timeline. Give me something away from this."
Yep.
And they did exactly what we've all been asking for. And granted, it wasn't all their fault,
Right away.
but it wasn't all their fault. Like, for once, I give Disney a get out of jail free card. You get this one pass. I have other issues with the show, but for this show, you get a pass because it wasn't your fault. Your lead actor and your director decide to go off on a mouthpiece on their own months before the show airs and decide that they are going to air out their political garbage, right? Their political baggage, not garbage, their political baggage months before a show they just are supposed to be promoting comes out. This leads to an avalanche, a fucking tsunami,
Yeah.
right? A literal tsunami that buried that show.
Oh, the show had no chance.
No fucking chance. And it was so fucking. I just rewatched the show, the literal whole fucking series last week. It is a banger.
I gotta watch it.
It is a
is a good
banger.
show.
Get away
watch it,
from the noise that was at the time and just watch the show. People were talking so much.
Garbage!
It's the same reason I'm worried about the Mando and Grogu in theaters, because Acolyte is what a lot of beginning of shows and things that in Star Wars at this moment is kind of setup. And that's the thing, is if you can't get through the setup, how is the story going to be good? You have to set up a story. And I get it. Sometimes right now, Dave Filoni is taking way longer than he needs to. Speed it the fuck up, brother.
His setup is like the campfire story that won't goddamn end. You're like, dude, I just want to eat my hot dog and my s'more.
Dude,
shut the fuck
I
up.
get it. I know there's only one of you, but come on, man, speed it up. Like,
That's why he should be speeding it up. There's only one of him.
Yeah.
There's no successor right now. Who the hell's going to take over? Finish the story.
No, just...
But no, I mean, really. Go ahead.
The
Scotty.
fandom too, like they think, like, I don't know if Disney realizes how volatile Star Wars fans are, but if they think that like reactions to movies like Mobius or reactions to the Tron trilogy, the Tron
Don't get me
third
started.
movie of Tron, bro, did
great.
awful.
It's
If
great.
they think that Mandalorian and Grogu isn't at risk of doing worse than that movie, you got bigger problems. Like, I need some PR. I need something crazy to come out of a TV.
You know what it is
spot, or this
too?
movie's-
The box office scale is off. They're they judge the box office based on. They haven't like adapted the box office.
Based
to
on
current times.
Yeah,
I get you.
These movies have no chance out of the gate, no matter what. You could have the best movie on the planet. It's going to fail at the box office because they're judging it as if theaters are packed the way it was.
Well,
and it's just not.
Well, especially when you see Taylor Swift is literally the #1 movie of the year, or the #1 theater experience of the year.
You gotta be kidding me.
Was Taylor Swift Showgirl packed theaters more than any movie of the year?
Of course it did.
Right. So ultimately,
and then was it right before that was Barbie and Oppenheimer?
Well, no, I'm just
Wasn't
saying,
that
like the fact that
a
a music experience, a music release, music video release, and an album release party in a movie theater put more butts in seats than movies. Right.
Yeah.
Says a lot about where we're at, and this is what I've been saying. Look, I'm gonna have a hot take here. Tron Ares was amazing.
I still haven't seen it, so don't spoil it.
Oh my god!
I didn't get a chance.
I haven't
to go.
talked to my coworker yet. That is literally like he's a nut. If you're here in the chat, Broccoli,
the three of us fucking love it.
If you haven't seen Tron yet, I'm disappointed. But it's also Brock Chan, I think might be his wife or his other alt account. But but it was so good. It was so good. I had to pee twice because I was so excited to get back. I didn't get it all out the first time. All right. That's how good it was. I couldn't wait to get my ass back in the seat. Right. And it had, honestly, Matt, watch the first two before you go.
I literally just showed the second one to my son. He watched it for the first time and loved it. And then I rewatched the first one on my own just because I freaking love the first one.
Well, it's honestly, it hit for me. It hit every single one of the feels that you got to feel.
Nice,
right? Not to mention the story was interesting. Oh God, I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's so good, and it suffered the same fate as Acolyte, which is
it's a great experience. Let me see if my wire reaches. I got to show you something.
Which is the same experience that Acolyte got, which is the same experience that Mando and Grogu movie's going to get, right? It's going to get shit on.
If you got, since we're just off on the tangent of Tron real quick, for anyone who has never played this game, or maybe can't get their hands on it because now it's hard to get, find a full playthrough of Tron Evolution. This is the link between Tron 1 and 2. The story is amazing, and it's all about the ISOs and how you got to play this. Tron Evolution, or if you can't play it, watch a full playthrough like a movie. Just saying.
Okay, solid endorsement. I will do it now that I have already seen Tron Ares. It was amazing. Honestly, me and Sheev were talking about this offline, and Jared Leto is nobody's favorite. Nobody really loves Jared Leto. Unfortunately,
I don't even know why. I've never had a problem with anything.
Everybody gives him the big thumbs down, right?
It's me.
He does. Yeah, he does also gets the rain cloud also, right? So
guys, his best role yet is coming. Do you guys?
I thought it was Morbius.
What, retirement?
No, you guys don't know You guys don't know what his next role is, really?
No,
I don't.
Is he reprising the Joker?
Bro, he's Skeletor in the live action movie.
Oh yeah, that's
really?
right. He is Skeletor.
That's awesome.
Movie. Yes, sir.
And honestly,
That's
I
a
think
great
he'll
role.
pull it off.
Yeah, no, that's actually a
telling
role
you,
I like
dude.
for him because he's such a
Yes.
Dude,
Skeletor already has that vibe where you kind of dislike him, but at the
Yeah.
same time, like deep down, you're kind of like, all right.
Yeah.
That movie's going to be great. Have you guys seen the memes that come out with Skeletor?
Yes.
Drops a horrible thing and he's like, "Until next time."
Or like he'll be like, don't forget to tell your friends or something like that. But look, everybody shits on Jared Leto, right? I hear it everywhere. Everybody shits on Jared Leto. Honestly, this might be the best thing I've ever seen him do.
I can't wait for that movie.
And again, maybe I am a Disney shill. Maybe I am. Maybe, because honestly, there's shows that they did that I like that are no longer even available on Disney Plus, like the Little Mighty Ducks.
I want to watch Willow. God damn it!
Willow,
release it. I never saw it.
The Little Mighty Ducks, whatever the hell that one was, right?
I like
the Game Changers. The Game Changers. That was fun, and they
with John
got rid of it.
Stamos. Yeah.
There's this cancel culture of deleting stuff that I'm just not behind, and this might be Jared Leto's best. Honestly, it might be his best role. Playing a program might be his best role ever.
I gotta see it. I can't wait to see it. Is it still in theaters?
Yeah.
Yes, it didn't come out that long ago.
Yeah, it came out October.
Well, that's the thing. You don't get much time though these days.
Yeah. It came out October 10th, so it should be at least another week or two. I'm hoping.
It came out
October,
but
it was
10th.
Really good. Honestly, I really enjoyed it. I recommend giving it a watch. It's not a hot it's not on the top list of anybody's watch. That's actually, if you've actually watched it, I think you'd like it. I think.
I'm sure you're gonna. I
people
love the
that
franchise.
are watching trailers and letting other people dictate whether they like something or not, you're missing out. Because honestly,
I even like the animated series they did, the one that Elijah Wood was
Uprising.
in.
Uprising is good. It is.
So yeah, I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. But in this age of movies, Grogu and Mando are going to get the same treatment Acolyte got, which is the same treatment Tron is getting, which is the same treatment Mission Impossible's getting. It's a tough medium. Now, if you're going to do it, I think you got to do what Stanley's saying: release them at the same time. Let people decide where they want to view it and incorporate those into the revenue stream to really give us an indication. Release them on both at the same time. Some people like me are going to want to go see it in the theater. Some people are going to want to pull up a chair and see it at home, right? So incorporate those numbers into release date instead of box office, right? It should be release date revenue.
They should keep things in theater longer, though. Like, if things are pulled out so quickly, like, think about like when the next Star Wars film comes out, which Mando and Grogu is the next one, right? It's not
Correct.
Starfighter. Mando and Grogu's next, right?
Mando and Grogu's already cut on the floor. Like if they're doing anything, they're just sweetening.
If they pull that out of the theater as quickly as they pull everything out, it's dead.
It's dead anyway. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what numbers it does. People only relate cost to revenue, immediate revenue, right? Release date revenue. Now, granted, this show could do bonkers on Disney Plus, right? When they put on Disney Plus, it could do bonkers numbers. But it doesn't matter because they're going to view, just like this $600 million episode 9 bullshit, just like this $600 million for 2 seasons of Andor, just like the Acolyte cost $230, just like Kenobi got shortchanged only being $23 million or whatever the fuck. Everybody looks at dollar amount versus first day revenue. And that's how they dictate whether something is successful or not. Instead of the time, let it breathe. You do it with your wine. You do it with your scotch. You can't do it with something that you let out in the air for people to watch and ingest and enjoy. It's gonna have a short run. There's nothing around it. There's no such thing as
it's gonna be a
anymore.
Disney Plus thing pretty quick, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
but ultimately they're giving us a full-length movie. So whether they release it on Disney Plus or whether they release it in the movies, great, do your movie experience, but be expected to get let down. Right? I'll try to be there on opening day just to make sure it gets that extra, 5 viewers from the people I'm going to drag with me to make sure that they get their numbers up. But I mean, if everybody takes a friend to go see it, whether they like it or not, take a friend.
Yeah, everybody needs a plus one.
Right? Bring your dog. Have your dog sit next to you and feed him a hot dog and let him enjoy his fucking movie farts. Right? I don't care.
Good hot dogs at the theater near me.
Yeah, dude. Good hot dogs, good pizza.
Damn it, I want a hot dog now.
Pretzels, dude. Those big honking soft pretzels.
Oh my god. I'm hungry.
Yes, bro. So
now he's done it.
yeah, right now I've done it. So yeah, Grogu. I mean, you guys have seen the trailer, right?
Of Ares?
Brief.
No,
Mando and
Grogu.
Oh man, yeah, I saw the trailer.
Okay, so we watched it. What, last night?
Yeah,
Was
yesterday
this last night?
Yeah, I got you to see it.
So yeah, he talked me into watching it. So, and really the only reason we watched it is because there's this ridiculous TV in my living room that shouldn't be there, that I didn't pay for. So we're like, let's see what it looks like on this stupid thing.
Yeah, because everybody was complaining that it looked like a TV show, which I know you said already, Matcave, and I will throw a little, fight back that like there's some scenes in there that look pretty cinematic, and hey man, you're watching on your phone or you're, most of the time probably not your pristine ass fucking movie theater. So
Look,
granted, I heard
not everybody's got a Matcave either.
In the theater too, but
not everybody's got a Matcave, so
I got the projector going and everything.
And Scotty too. Scotty's got good color on all his monitors, so like he's not going to look at it in a shitty way. But that's what a lot of the hate was: is that it didn't look good. It looked too cartoony. It looked too cheesy. It looked too much like a TV show. Guess what, guys? It's going to look like a TV show because they shoot their TV shows like movies.
Yeah.
So,
but it may have a little bit like that being still the trailer. We're not released yet. There's going to be final touches that happen to this. The overall look can change once it's up on the silver screen. Like that's like there's no way I'm not gonna go see this opening weekend. Like I'm there. Like I'll buy the ticket now if it was available. Like it just, but I don't know. I'm just so worried about, like we've been saying all night, all of the backlash that happens before anything ever comes out. It like this stuff like stands no chance. Like,
well, I mean, the Mando, the Mando has more, I guess, more palpability than Kenobi, than Boba, than Acolyte, than
Mando and Grogu is going to bring in families. That's what it's going to bring in,
right? And that's where it's going to get its viewership, and that's where it's going to make decent numbers. But ultimately, they get a little bit of grace because the show did so well, because everybody liked the Mando initially, because the first season was fire and da 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 da. So they know it. It's a franchise that people know already, right? Yeah. Everybody knows that silver helmet and that little green guy, right? Whether they call him by his proper name or not, they know him. So they're going to go and see it. So I anticipate it doing okay. It's not going to break any records. It's not going to be the highest grossing movie of the year. But it is going to do well.
So do we think that Rada Hutt is on Tatooine, or do you think we're going to Hutt space? We're getting like
on Tatooine.
Are we going to get the twins? We're going to get any kind of Boba Fett reference from any of that shit? Because if they go to like the Hutt, if they go to like Hutt space, aren't those all those planets like fucking casino planets?
There's like all
Aren't
kinds
they, like,
of
balling out there.
Weren't the twins like on their way to like leaving Tatooine when we saw them? I thought could have sworn they were like on their way out.
Well,
I need some extravagant Hutt.
They were trying to take over. They felt the void when Bib when Boba killed Bib, because Bib was towing the line for the Hutts.
Yeah.
And so when they killed Bib, they sent the twins to take Tatooine. And then
we need some big hype.
And then the twins couldn't take it, so they left. Right? And so I think based on what me and Sheep watched last night, that's Stinky's place. Yeah. Right? You see it on the vault door. You see his emblem on the vault door with the two giant robots.
Yeah, you see the Hutt emblem.
So where is that?
In the robots.
It's if it's
probably
not
under the I don't know what that is exactly, gladiator ring or something, or like behind it, you know what I mean? Like behind the scenes kind of thing.
You know that
I hope it's Valhutta.
Yeah. Valhutta. Oh, Nalhutta?
Nalhutta?
Oh, I hope it's Nalhutta.
Oh,
yeah.
I hope that's the capital, because that would make the most sense for Stinky to be fighting at the capital.
Sure.
In the gladiator pits of the capital of the Hutt space.
Like some Hunger Games shit.
That's exactly it.
And this was like
this is some Thor Ragnarok shit.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be totally that. But this muscle bound Hutt wasn't originally Rada. It wasn't in a comic. It's a different Hutt.
They've shown.
I thought it was Rada in the comic too. Maybe
I thought it was a character change. Like they just brought in Rada like to be this because that was a known character from Clone Wars when he was a baby. But I could have sworn it was a different hut that was the big gladiator one, and didn't even have like a droid like attachment to him, like he had legs.
There's been other fighting huts that like not all the huts are like Jabba. They're not all big lumps of shit,
yeah, they're all
right?
many of them are very different.
I mean, Vero was another sluggy, but there were a bunch of them that were gladiators that were the fighters and such.
Oh, okay. That's why I kind of went. I thought it was a character swap, which made sense to me. I was like, yeah, we know Rada the Hutt.
I was surprised it was Stinky, to be honest.
Do you think we'll see anything with Ahsoka seeing him again?
I don't think she's even going to be.
No,
she's
I
gone.
don't think she'll be in it.
Yeah.
I don't think her or Boba are going to make any type of appearance.
No, not in this one. It's like I said, it's a disappointment. But I don't think I think Grogu might have saw the Purgle that Ahsoka was riding to Peridia in hyperspace. So if you use those two timelines as linear,
seeing that when he was on the dome, doing his thing.
Well, when they were in hyperspace and he's looking out of the dome and he sees the Purgle in hyperspace. I've kind of
okay. No, I'm thinking of a different moment. Yeah, okay.
Right. Those if you look at those two as the same time, Ahsoka's going to be gone for years. Right, and that scene was
she should be
a year ago. Right, so it's the Thrawn, it's the Thrawn threat. It's the Ezra's back. It's the Rebels crew. And that's what I saw a lot in Mando. It's more for me. It's more an extension of Rebels also, because we see Zeb. If we see Zeb, we'll probably see Chopper and Hera and maybe even Ezra. When I think that's the most palpable thing that they could be hiding is if we see Ezra.
When is that coming? When is season 2 coming? Did we get a? Yeah, did we get a?
I don't know if we know exactly when. I think it's next year.
We have like a year
of movie.
Yeah, we have a year of post.
But Zeb is in the Mando movie.
Yeah, so you would think that that's the thing with me is there's no way with Ezra coming back and Thrawn being back in the galaxy too that there's not some sort of mention by the end of the movie. And like as far as I know, like right now, like it's gonna be mostly self-contained, like we're kind of saying for the Mando and Grogu, but like I don't know, man. The Mandalorian is known for having like surprises at the end.
Right. Well, and not only that, I mean, I'm gonna air my biggest gripe, and I think you guys already know what it is. And if you've seen the trailer, you already know my biggest gripe. Why is Ripley in Star Wars? Why in the actual fuck is Ripley? Why Sigourney Weaver? Why does she need the hat trick of space movies?
Yes,
and she's even wearing like the same uniform.
Oh, it's so gross. It's so lazy.
I hope her character is good though.
It sucks so bad, man. Like, why does Disney have to do it? Like, what does she add? What does she add?
Xenomorphs. It's Alien versus Predator versus Zeb.
What is it?
That's
what does she add? Like, what is having her name on the marquee? What is having her face on the marquee add? Who is going to watch this movie because Sigourney Weaver's in it?
We don't know her. We don't know her role yet.
Doesn't matter her role.
It doesn't matter what her role.
Doesn't matter her role. She could be the new Grandmaster Jedi for all I give a shit. It's still Ripley in space, my guy. Like, it's still. I mean,
yeah, like I said, movie's fucking dead on arrival.
It's so lame.
It's gonna do worse than Tron 3 subtracted from Mobius.
Oh my god!
It'll be those numbers.
Oh, it's so gross, man. Like, why does she have to be the one giving the Mando orders and be on the outpost where Zeb is? You know what I mean? Like, why does?
Is she the replacement for Carl Weathers?
That's what I was thinking.
Basically.
That's what we talked about yesterday when we were watching it.
That feels bad.
He thought it was maybe a spaceship up above, and I'm like, that looks sort of like
no, it was the bar. Grief Kargas is dead because
they had to rewrite. This was
that sucks.
So that's a replacement. It's like cool. Carl Weathers was like the perfect amount of like, yes, you're Apollo, but that was 150 years ago. Mm-hmm. But Sigourney Weaver, man, like, come on. That's as bad as Trinity, man. Come on. It's just as bad as Trinity there, man. Doing her wire work. Like, what's Sigourney Weaver going to do? Is she going to, like, kick somebody out into space? Right? Is she going to get in a mech warrior and, like, start fighting Imperial AT-ATs? I just... he laughs because we went through...
Ryan Reynolds... Okay, Sigourney Weaver, man, that's where he draws the line, Chad.
Where's Ryan Reynolds?
These big mainstream actors.
Where's Ryan
Reynolds?
Reynolds?
He doesn't want any mainstream actors. Or Ryan Gosling.
Where's Ryan? Oh, Ryan Reynolds. Fuck Ryan Gosling too.
Nope, I'm pissed. Nope, you've
Fuck
already
Ryan
said it.
Gosling too.
Nope,
I agree
you're
with
hyped
you.
For Starfighter. Nope.
No, I'm not hyped for Starfighter at all. I am not hyped for Starfighter. I'm even more annoyed. I'm even more annoyed.
Skywalker's son. Let's fucking go.
Oh my god. Well, that's the worst part is Mara Jade. Amy Adams is Mara Jade. Like literally, just.
You know what obsession? If it isn't, that movie's fucked too.
Oh my god!
If it's not Luke Skywalker's kid, that movie's already fucked.
Oh my god, dude!
I don't give.
Well, I mean, if it is,
they're not trying to transport Luke Skywalker's kid back to Rey so that he can take over her Jedi Order. We're all fucked.
Oh my god! But if that's the story, the oh my god, the Morbius
Bob Iger came in and just went,
dude. You know what you just did, Scotty. You know what you just did. You created out of thin air. You created Morbius grift.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. You just created a Morbius grift.
That's what they do now. Oh. That's what they do. If they come up with their best idea of what it could be, and if it isn't, they hate it.
Well, but then again, that's what we.
Hate us because
it's funny. We have this conversation at the workplace too. It's expectation versus reality, right? Your expectation of what is supposed to be going on doesn't meet reality. All of a sudden, it's a bad day, right? And that's not.
Dude, your Snoke theory sucks. Perfect example. Everybody thought they had that shit.
Yeah.
Everybody thought they had that shit figured out, and because they didn't, it sucked.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
exactly.
What you remember. I don't know if you remember when I was doing the article about Resident Evil and with the producer and the director of Resident Evil, they were talking about fan backlash on things, and the director's even like, fans do it all the time. They'll think of something that they're like, oh, that's it, that's got to be it, and we've never said a word about that being it, and then it's not it, and they're mad at us because we didn't do it.
Well, and I lied earlier. We do have a successor to Dave Filoni. His name is Sam Witwer. He's the only other one that understands Star Wars on the same level.
Yeah, I mean, they have that that mall show coming out.
Well, that I'm really excited about, actually. That I'm really excited about. I'm more curious right now than I am excited. But
but listen, man, it's not going to be any of the Dooku stuff, like from that comic Brotherhood, whatever that people are obsessed with. So they're not going to like it.
Well, people don't like anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. People don't like
listen. The Twi'lek isn't. The Twi'lek isn't Darth Talon. Twi'lek isn't Darth Talon. They're gonna hate it.
Look, unless it's WWE, UFC, unless it's got letters attached to it, nobody likes it. All right. If it's
nobody likes WWE right now.
UFC, well, that's because they have to pay for it now. That's because of where it went. They love that shit. Don't let them fool you. They love that shit.
Next year, it's going to going to cost $300 a month if you want to watch all of WWE.
That's what I'm saying. That's why people are mad. People are mad.
From my car.
It's that same UFC problem where it's on CBS that Paramount now has it, so you're going to have to pay on Paramount Plus. It's going to be more expensive over time. Watch, right? It's not going to be the great deal y'all think it is. But
going back to cable.
But going back to cable. But ultimately, like people hate everything, right?
Yeah.
If it's not the first phase of Marvel. If it's not the first phase of Marvel or the prequel OT era, it's all got hate, right? Yeah. And so nothing's ever going to be good enough. Nothing's going to ever live up to their expectation.
We were too good then. We were too good. We were too fire. It's not.
Well, but
can't compare now.
But
We can never go back.
I mean, it's just so hard to not.
Could you imagine anybody could ever do it like George Lucas? I mean, come on. No one could ever do it like that.
Okay,
man.
so let's
we're talking Zero Baby Wasa.
Let's talk about that. So I watched a thing the other day that said that George Lucas had come out and was like, I'm done with Star Wars.
Yeah, he was like, yeah. I'm
and I'm like, well, yeah, you've been doing it for 150 years, absolutely. But I want to know before you're done.
I thought you weren't.
Like, yeah, I thought you were. It's like who keeps unretiring? Oh, John Williams. John Williams keeps unretiring. Just stop, dude.
He unretired again.
He unretired again to do the
soundtrack for Spielberg's.
Yes, to do the Spielberg UFO movie. Yes.
God, is he really?
Yeah. So it's like every time you turn around, he's unretired. Just stop retiring. You're gonna make music until literally you pass out dead at the fucking piano, right? Or you're gonna be doing this and be like, right? Like, stop retiring. He's like, who's the fighter that keeps coming out of retirement? Jose Aldo.
He keeps
coming out of retirement. And somebody was like, if he lays his gloves on the ring one more time, I'm gonna chop his hands off to make sure it happens. Right? Like, I just like, stop retiring, John Williams. You're never gonna retire. Somebody's always gonna be like, well, John, I've got this idea. Well, for you, Steven, I'm gonna come out of retirement and do it. You're damn right. Right? Like, just stop retiring. Just stop retiring. Because I guarantee if they ask you to do another hit Star Wars thing, if they do another Vader this or Vader that with Hayden, which is what everybody really wants, he will come back and write that score.
Yeah.
Let's be real. He will die writing Star Wars scores. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Has anybody heard rumors about sequels to the sequels?
Only the Starfighter.
Well, yeah, right. But is that gonna now? Is that the kickoff point for the sequels to the sequels?
What do you mean, like
that's
episode
an
10?
question. With the rumor,
10.
maybe.
That's the furthest into the future timeline we will ever be.
I think, I agree.
Well,
I think episode 10 will be like way off.
No, I'm saying this Starfighter film will be the furthest into
I'm
the
saying we
future.
could go past that at some point, but I get you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is this the
I get what
feeder
you're saying.
film to get us into the Rey trilogy? Because that's been put on hold for a while Starfighter is getting made. Did they put Rey's movie on the shelf to do Starfighter as a feeder to get to the Rey trilogy?
I get what you're saying too, and possibly like that could, if Rey is supposed to be in it, like the rumors are suggesting, then yeah, like I think that would be kind of the beta test to see what I guess the temperature is like for her in the room right now in the fandom in the big screen after almost already a decade since the sequel started.
A decade since episode 9. It's been a decade.
Well, I don't think
was
it feels like it
was it 2015.
No, that was the first
9?
movie. That was Force Awakens. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so
15,
10
16
years
was Force
okay.
Awakens, and 20 I think was Episode 9. So it's only been like
you're right, because it was
5
COVID.
years
It was
since
middle of
Episode
COVID.
9.
Yeah,
but by the time that movie comes out, it'll probably be 7-8 years in a sense, and again over a decade since the sequels began. So at that point, like, yeah, I feel like it's a cool litmus test for them if they do have her involved.
I don't think we get her as the main character again.
No. Not in that movie. That's for
I
sure.
think we get her more of a passing of the torch. Like, I think we get her doing the passing of the torch that they didn't do in the sequels.
Yep.
So whatever is next, the brand new story of the new Jedi Order or whatever it's going to be, I think she's just there to pass the torch.
She's the catalyst because she has all of the Jedi teachings. She has, for lack of a better word, Force Ghost Luke still there.
The sacred Jedi text.
Ghost Leia too. So,
well, they burned, but
yeah.
Well, and it just depends on where, I would like to see
no time jump. Keep it close. I
would
want them
like
to keep it close. Personally,
I would like to see them maybe explore a Revan in modern Star Wars. So use that Revan story for, almost a Rey timeline.
Oh, you mean bring them to
Hunt
the
for Ben
future
Solo.
rather than Old Republic?
No, yeah, because if they're not going to do it, if they're not going to do Knights of the Old Republic in a,
They're kind of doing it with a dyad.
if they're not doing KOTOR in
plays
a
Bastila?
live action format, then yeah, absolutely.
Kate Beckinsale? Kate Beckinsale is
Revan could
Bastila?
be completely immortal, right? In that sense, is that
True.
the idea for Revan was, or the idea that could be, is just the constant force transfer that Palpatine was always trying to do, and that over the eons, that person, that entity has been force transferring forward through time. But Abeloth, it looks like Abeloth is going to be the Ahsoka season 2
Yeah, we need a new threat.
bad guy.
We need the big bad threat. Yep.
So we need somebody to bring our allies and our enemies together to defeat.
We need the incursions.
To defeat them.
Full reset.
Well, you're on the wrong franchise. See,
Yeah.
that's Marvel with the 3 wings
Just-
at the end
I
of the
can't
sequel
wait for the
versus
reset
the
in the
4
Marvel.
wing at the end of the sequel, the incursion that's happening.
You just
So-
take all 3 of them. You just take all 3 of them trilogies. You get a nice dome, and you let them some bitch rip like a Beyblade, and the last one standing is the last one standing.
Like a
I'm just saying.
Beyblade. You got to explain what the Beyblade is to the millennials, dude. Or
You
not
don't remember the
millennials.
Beyblade commercials,
Oh, come on
bro?
now. They were
At
great.
3 pieces, it's like a top, except you could spin it at like 80 miles per hour,
And they
4,000
battled each other.
RPM.
And God forbid somebody's fingers were in
Or you
the
added
area,
weight to
because they
those?
were definitely bleeding after that.
You add weights to those, your friends didn't know it. You hit their blade and just shatter it to pieces. Anyway,
But yeah, so okay, and so I'm going to put this out there because I've seen thumbnails, and I've seen our friends all posting these Ahsoka season 2 romance on Peridia.
Oh, interesting.
shit.
That's
Trapped on a remote island with just us.
Nothing else to do.
Trapped on a remote planet with nothing but death surrounding you.
If I was the last lady on Earth, would you?
Two women find each other through the Force.
Wow.
Coming coming
Excuse me?
2026. Sabine Wren, Shin Hati, getting hot.
That's a rumor. Come on, you haven't seen the. Come on, y'all ain't
I
seen
have
the
not
thumbnails.
seen any of that.
You haven't seen. Do I have to go on the internet
Yeah,
and
this
pull?
went over my head.
Do I have to go onto the World Wide Web and pull out the rumor bait, the clickbaits, if you will?
I don't think you should pull out anything.
This is because we hugged at Comic-Con, ain't it? She's texting the other actress.
I swear it meant nothing.
I swear it didn't mean a thing. You don't know
No.
what really happened that night. Yeah, I mean that's the rumors I'm seeing on the tube, man. I'm seeing everybody's got these thumbnails, these thummies of Shin and Sabine romancing the show and getting out there, getting fun on Peridia.
I'm going back in the mask.
Where there's
Wait till they find the 4chan fan art.
Oh man, but that's what it is. Like, I just don't understand why it's like, but that's how they're trying to sync the show already, you know?
Jason versus Ahsoka.
What
It's
about
just
Ahsoka?
that's how they're trying to sync the show. Is they're like, oh look, they're pushing their
That's the next
their
thing.
gay agenda again.
Oh my god. I haven't seen any of that, so I'm just
So-
yeah.
There's a Comic-Con. There is Comic-Con videos where they're posing with a fan, but it's like they had a fake wedding. It just looks like fun at a Comic-Con. But
Man,
maybe they were there if somebody got married.
yeah.
Misa went to the wedding, betcha.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Listen, Darth Jar Jar is canon now.
I gotta stop looking up pictures of
Yeah, be careful what you're googling.
That's the one. That's the one I've been hiding from Sheev. I told him I was like, I got a mask in the mail.
Yeah.
That's really the one I've been hiding. That one will scare children at Halloween.
Yeah,
I'm just saying it right now.
That's the way to do it.
But yeah, look, I'm just perpetuating the bullshit is what I'm doing, right? Like that's just a call out to the stuff that's out there, right? Like there's already these campaigns to take down a show that on, you know, whether you like the first season or not, whatever. Like, what is it? I don't understand the satisfaction. And look, I'm a shitty person in this regard. I do a lot of nice things, but I'm a shitty person in one regard. I love a good Schadenfreude. Boy, do I love a good Schadenfreude. You don't know what Schadenfreude is? All right. So the Germans are the only people in the current known written language that have a word for taking the joy in the what is it? Taking pleasure in the
misery of others.
Yes. Right. And so I love a good Schadenfreude. Right? Because look, there's people that love it when I fail, right? And so every now and again I love a good Schadenfreude. And in this regard, this is what, you know, these guys are getting out there and putting this narrative out there about a show. Well, you know,
is Stanley's talking about the little turtle people?
There's some bandits. There's some bandits out there too, I think.
In Peridia, yeah, there's some bandits out there. But ultimately, like, you know, Abeloth has to take a body.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, as stupid as this is going to sound, I predict that it could be Sabine that ends up getting... I thought Shin was the perfect, like, blonde hair, complexion, that whole thing. But ultimately, Sabine, I think it's a rope-a-dope.
Yeah, I like that.
Because I think Sabine is going to be the one that she takes, being that she's so full of darkness. She's got so much hate in her from the Night of 1,000 Tears, her family's death, all the stuff. They foreshadowed with Hugh Yang talking about how Ahsoka feared Sabine unleashing her real power with all that she was going through. I could see Abeloth kissing Sabine, and that's how the essence transfer happens. And that's where that narrative comes from.
They're gonna Walking Dead us, bro.
Yes.
Just when you think Lucille's gonna smash Shin in the face, it's Sabine, and then it's Shin too. Both of them.
What if she takes Ezra?
Ezra's gone.
What do you mean he's gone?
Ezra's not in Peridia.
No, he's in.
He flew back.
He flew
made it back to the
on.
galaxy.
Bye, baby. I'm in the OG galaxy.
The only two
Hopefully
people
in the
on
Mando
Peridia.
movie, probably
Only
we'll see.
3 people, 4 people.
Well, 4. Yeah.
Skull. Yep. Balin, Skull, Shin, Sabine, Ahsoka are the only
2
4
masters
people
and
there.
the 2
I
apprentices.
gotta rewatch it.
Yep.
She force
Sabine
pushes
is big.
Ezra. That's when she first gets, like, when she unlocks her abilities, she force pushes him up to Thrawn's ship, and he leaves and then puts the stormtrooper suit on, and then flies Balin Skull's ship to Hera, and then comes down, and Chopper's the one that recognizes him, and then he's like, "I'm back."
Yeah. Okay. Now it's coming back to me.
Yeah.
I still
So
got to do a full rewatch. But
it's Shin or Sabine, right? Because Balin Skull's going to get killed immediately. As soon as Abeloth wakes up, she's going to, like, eat his soul or something, right? He's going to die quick. He's not going to last long. But it's going to be one of the girls. And even though Shin's full of hate, Sabine's full of, like, locked up, pent
Obsession.
up
I
hate.
know you don't pay attention to spoilers, but did you hear about the rumor of who Balin fights?
No, I haven't heard anything. We just watched the trailer for Mando and Grogu.
Do you want to talk about potential?
I mean, at this point, it's all conjecture until we see it on screen. So yeah, I'm down for it.
So someone's saying that Balin has a fight with Anakin Skywalker,
That'd have to be World Between Worlds then.
similar to how Ahsoka was confronted by him.
Well, I've seen.
If there is a portal there, World Between Worlds, and Balin stumbles through somehow. Whoo.
Well, he'd have to unlock the mural, I mean, obviously he's done some studying on this because he understands what those Mortis gods are. So obviously at some point since the fall of the council, he went and did some research on the Peridia and the Mortis gods. More so, it would be really cool to see a live action mural, an active mural on a temple on Peridia. But more so, you guys remember seeing the Purgle ring, right? On when they did the star map, right?
Yeah.
There was a Purgle ring. And so it would be very fitting that the Purgle ring was very similar to the Wolf ring,
right,
as an access door. And so maybe Balin finds his way in there, and that I'm okay with that. I honestly have always felt like it was Ezra's destiny to have
picture
access.
like when they're on Malachor. Isn't that when they first kind of find some of the doorways, or there is a doorway in Malachor too?
Well, the doorway for Malachor was
that's where Ahsoka gets
was
through.
Ezra. Ezra found that.
So I think there's the exact same type of thing happening in the pyramid on Peridia.
So
That's gonna be a pyramid out there. That the beam of light.
Yes, I mean the
It's
beam
gonna
of light
be
is the
some
top
kind
of the
of big
pyramid.
Sith-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a big Sith pyramid, just like that, just like Malachor. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the question is, does Balin have a near-death moment, and does Anakin feel he's worthy of saving, or is it he
finds a way in like Palpatine.
finds the key, finds the way in like Ezra did, and then enters and finds Anakin there? I mean, I wouldn't want to fuck with Anakin on that level.
No, Anakin was more powerful now than ever before. We're gonna see
I mean, it's
crazy
even
shit.
it's scary. Like when you watch him beating up on Ahsoka, you're like, I mean, he really could have finished her whenever he wanted to.
Yeah.
Right? He's kind of toying with her for a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
I think we're going to see him do some crazy stuff in this. I think the whole point of bringing him back for this season was to have him just do something nuts. Like something
that Hayden or the Hound?
Hayden.
Okay.
Yeah, Anakin.
Because they've been trying to set precedents for him in books where the Force Ghost is fighting like literal wraiths. And like,
well, that's the comic,
right? With Luke. It's Shadows of the Sith. It's a novel. But again, they're trying to set these new precedences with Force Ghosts and what they're capable of doing. They did it in the sequels where they're able to make contact with an actual person. So I hope they keep pushing that boundaries. And if Anakin's the only one that can do it because he is a chosen one or whatever, then yes, but set that new precedence.
Well, you even see that in the finale episodes of the Clone Wars, where Yoda goes on his journey for immortality, led by Qui-Gon, and he comes across. Not only does he come across Qui-Gon that can't quite manifest his image yet, but we come across Darth Bane, and how he can still commune in a way with the living at his temple, right? At his sarcophagi. So they've set a lot of precedent in not only in the Clone Wars as a whole. And this boomerangs back to what I was saying at the beginning of the stream. If you haven't invested time into watching some of what really is George Lucas's swan song, like really truly,
Mortis gods are
the whole Clone Wars, the entire Clone Wars is George Lucas's swan song, to the point where it bankrupted him. Right? He put so much into it, it bankrupted him and his company. So like, to disrespect George, to be a fan of Star Wars, prequel, OG, whatever, and to disregard the Clone Wars is disrespectful toward the creator. Right? You can't like one without the other, in my opinion. Right?
Right.
And so a lot of these arcs are going to come out of that, and that's why a lot of people aren't going to understand them. That's why it's going to slap for us, right? Because if we get a door into the world between worlds on Peridia that gets manifested out of Purgle the same way they did out of the Loth Wolves, bitchin'. If it's the same mural and he does the same thing, but it's live action, bitchin'. If we see Anakin again being a badass, bitchin'. If we get to see young Balin Skull for a minute, in like if Anakin takes him on a past journey,
dude, we could get a live action father that isn't Anakin, just talking to Balin. You know,
you
don't know what Anakin is yet.
Right. But if they use it in that way, awesome. Yeah. But Abeloth is going to be the thing I'm most curious about.
For sure.
How are they going to use her?
I think with a villain that powerful and that crazy, this is our perfect opportunity to fulfill the line from the original movie of, if you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine. I've been waiting since then to see a Force Ghost do some crazy stuff, and this is the perfect story to do that in. Like, could you imagine? Like heck yeah, have Anakin be the first one that we see do some crazy stuff as a Force Ghost, but imagine Ewan comes back. Mm-hmm. And we see Force Ghost Obi-Wan and Anakin. Mm-hmm. Like, there's so much potential there. The only tease I've ever seen of it is in The Force Unleashed in the DLC, where you're playing the post-Dark Side ending and Starkiller stays bad. He fights in a lightsaber battle against Obi-Wan's ghost.
Right. Well, and
it's amazing.
It's really interesting to see where they're going to go, right? Because ultimately we have to get our heroes back across the void, right? So Sabine and Ahsoka have to make their way across the void somehow. Is the world between world a way to do that, right? Can Anakin take them out here and dump them out there, right? Are we going to find a ship, right? Is this going to be kind of like the Malachor, like Scotty was saying earlier? Is this going to be a Malachor thing where there's a battle station, not just a pyramid, but a battle station that can act like a Death Star, right? Because that's what that Malachor battlefield looked like, right? If you really looked at it when they were like, man, it looks like nobody won. Well, because the weapon went off and incinerated everybody on the battlefield, right? Nobody so did. How powerful are those Sith battle stations? Can they fly through hyperspace? Is that going to be how we get our heroes across the void? Right? There's a lot of questions. But ultimately, I'm excited that they're doing another season, because initially it was supposed to be just a one limited series.
Yep. I don't know if it ever necessarily was officially just a limited series.
That's how it was advertised in the beginning. In the early days, it was limited series.
Very early.
You know,
I know Dave too well. He just doesn't do limited.
So I mean, honestly, there's a lot of room for them to continue. It just the biggest thing is Disney PR needs some lessons, right? Especially, well, not even Disney, Lucasfilm PR needs some lessons. Keep your talent locked the fuck up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No social media presence unless we authorize, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Write that into the NDA. Write it into the NDA. You can't talk about the project with people. You can't put your public agenda in association with this show until it airs. Mm-hmm. Right? Take control of their social media. Right? Write it in the contract. Pay them extra money that they may lose out on the social media, on the interest media platforms. Yeah. Right? So they don't do this kind of stuff, because Amandla and Leslie sunk the Acolyte.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Those two on their own, without the thumbnails, without the media jargon, any of that. Those two people who should have been singularly responsible for the success of that show were ultimately responsible for its downfall, because you couldn't just keep it under wraps.
Fair. It definitely would have done better without the extra after it had aired.
Yeah.
A lot of people got to learn to just move on, man.
Well, but that's Disney's problem. But that's a Lucasfilm problem. That is not a Disney problem.
Yeah.
That is a Lucasfilm only problem, because Marvel doesn't have that problem. Feige's got everybody's nuts in the freezer. Feige cuts everybody's balls off and stuffs them in the freezer until the show releases.
Yeah, and the main guy, Tom Holland, is the dude that like.
Oh, you can't tell him shit. You have to give him false scripts.
Between him and Mark Ruffalo, it's just like
yeah, those two are the worst.
Was I not supposed to say that?
But ultimately, those are the two. That guy takes everybody's shit. Hey, do this, and I'll bury your ass, right? Feige is a gangster. I don't ever want him to come to Star Wars because I think it's a fuck up. But that dude knows how to keep his people under lock and key. He knows how to make sure they don't fuck up his progress. Right? Disney might fuck up his progress. Iger through Kathleen might mess up his progress, right? But that would be Feige here, not so much Kathleen, but whatever. But ultimately, all of these things happen because they don't have a good grip on keeping their talent under wraps. Right? That's Lucasfilm's biggest problem because Marvel doesn't have that problem. DC doesn't have that problem. Right?
Whatever they did to keep Luke coming up at the end of Mando season 2, to keep that a secret, which is a freaking just the fact that they accomplished that still blows my mind. Whatever they had going on during that, repeat it across the board with everything.
They kept it a secret from everybody. They shot it when 90% of the crew and cast were off site shooting another scene. Mm-hmm. It was only Luke and a skeleton crew of production. So no other cast member knew except Luke, and he has kept the best secrets. Mm-hmm. Right? He's the only one that knew Vader was his father in the original movies.
Yeah. They need that mentality. They need that level of just keep it contained.
But Leslie and Amandla are nowhere near the professionalism that Mark Hamill is.
Oh, no. They needed to keep their mouths running the whole freaking time.
Mark Hamill is the epitome of Hollywood professionalism, right? He knows how to keep a secret. He's great on television. He's a fun jokester. He likes to do fun stuff. And he doesn't he'll say it outright, his political views, but he's like, don't associate these with my work. My work is my work. This is what I feel, right? Yeah. So he separates it a little bit better.
Yeah.
But he doesn't make music videos about themselves and about their political views, right? He says his political views years after the shows have aired, right? Because he doesn't want that. He knows that they're going to intersect because he lived in the 70s when that shit was just as bad as it is now. So, yeah, I mean, ultimately, Visions is today, if I'm not mistaken. Has anybody heard any feedback?
I'm going to stay up late and watch it as soon as you guys let me go.
Yeah, not a single thing yet. Yeah.
Okay, so has anybody heard an episode list? I heard Ronin is in episode 2.
So the 3
I saw a little tease, yeah.
The 3 I'm most excited about is episode 1, the dual payback. That's a Ronin.
That's
sequel.
Ronin.
The third episode is The Ninth Jedi, Child of Hope.
Nice.
That's a sequel to
The Ninth Jedi was so good.
They're doing great stories in this one.
Episode 6 is a sequel to The Bride, where the force was Magica or whatever, and the girl had the sideways yellow blade. It's called The Lost Ones. So apparently,
was that the samurai one with the yellow katana?
She has, a thin blade saber that's yellow. But apparently there was a natural disaster on that planet too, where they had to flee. So I have to watch that again. Like, these are the survivors from the planet that was destroyed.
So we got Ninth Jedi with the, I want to say
Sabersmith's daughter.
I want to say Merovingian, but it wasn't the Merovingian. Oh, the Ninth Jedi
Margrave.
was the Margrave, right?
Yep, and all the sabers are attuned to your direct emotions. So all those guys that were hiding as the Sith eventually, or as Jedi eventually revealed their sabers were in fact red.
Right, because it goes with your allegiance to the Force, not.
Yeah, and you can change it on the whim.
Yeah, because we saw
so much that girl was changing the length and the color. It was. On the fly, she was
that's something people don't know about lightsabers, and that's something you get in Rebels that you don't get pretty much anywhere else. Is that you can adjust length, you can adjust the length of your lightsaber. Some Jedi put it on the side as a dial, like Kanan did. Yeah, Kanan had his dials able to set.
That's crazy.
So
I didn't know that.
yeah, if you watch one of the early episodes where he first starts training Ezra on how to use a lightsaber, he's like adjust the length for your height, and then Zeb's like, yeah, real small asshole or something like that, and so he's like, I think you need to be a little shorter, right? Because he's always teasing Ezra on his height, and so he's actually adjusting it on his first lesson with Kanan's saber. So that's a throw to that. And the adjustments that you can make, Ahsoka Shuto saber was a choice adjustment, that kind of stuff. So they can adjust them on the fly if they build their sabers that way. So, but the Margrave, the Ninth Jedi was one of my favorites. The duel, Ronin was, I still have copies of the book.
Yep.
I still have like 2 or 3 copies of the book.
But what about the Tatooine rock band?
Yes.
Oh, God, that one was so painful.
Yes.
It was great.
Love it.
That one really kicked me in the dick. I'm not gonna lie. That one, honestly, I wanted to slam my hand in a car door after that one. That one was really rough. That was my least favorite one. The Mega Man one I liked a lot.
I like that one too.
Wasn't there one other really good one from that first season? There's the Ronin. There was the Ninth Jedi, and then wasn't there one other one?
Which season had the one with the brother and the sister? It was like
The
light
twins?
side, dark side.
No, that was the first season.
That was first season.
I think.
Yeah, I don't remember, but there was one more of that first season.
It was fine.
It was really good. Those 2 were really good. I'm glad they did sequels on those because those were really good. Let's see, Visions, season 1. The Duel, the Twins was okay. The Village. So you're saying they did a sequel to Village Bride, Ninth Jedi, and the Duel?
Yeah. Yes.
I think the other one that I liked was it Lop and Ocho?
That's the bunny
sister.
one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I didn't like that one.
I was sad.
And nobody liked Toby. I loved Toby, but
I
nobody else liked Toby. And I got to be honest, between us girls, I never watched the second season of Visions.
A Vision? I'm
I'm
trying to remember if I even finished it.
It's not as good as the first season. That's for sure. I
know I started it, but I can't even remember. I can't remember anything from season 2.
I didn't watch it at all. So we get the Duel Payback, the Ninth Jedi, and then we get the Bride of Paradise. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah, I think so. Well, here's the list. Let's just give the list for context here. I'm gonna add this share screen. Let's see if it'll let me do it on this screen. Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
Yeah, you just.
All right, so this is the Visions season 3. So we've got the Duel, the Song of Four Wings.
Is that like a R2 unit in a bigger R2 unit? What is
That's what I was saying. Is this like what was that? Oh, there was a movie that Chris Pratt did where there was like a robot that did that. He kept shrinking down into smaller forms.
That's weird.
The Ninth Jedi of Hope, Bounty Hunters.
Bounty Hunters. That looks cool.
Yoko's Treasure. The Lost Ones. I thought I had seen this character before.
Yeah, she's from season 1 for sure.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Familiar.
And then the Smuggler. Okay, and then the Bird of Paradise. I like that. And then Black. That one looks psychedelic. That one looks like you should be on like microdosing mushrooms or something. That last one looks like you should be microdosing, man.
Yeah, that one's crazy.
Oh, are they doing another blinding from a lightsaber? With Bird
Oh,
of
maybe.
Paradise?
Maybe.
I don't want something like that to be over you. We see that in Force Unleashed. We see that in Rebels.
Right,
like there
right.
was
The
a
blind
third
Jedi.
Yeah.
Russian doll R2 units.
Yeah.
The chick with the umbrella, that must be the... I thought that was the Duel.
That was Ronin, right?
Yeah, that was the Duel. Pretty sure Vader does... Okay, yeah, Vader does adjust it as well. Yeah, his lightsaber as well. Yeah, I mean, it looks It all
Not
looks
the size
good.
that counts. It's how you use it.
Yeah. All right. What else is going on? Let's get out of here. So what's everybody got going on before we get out of here? Matt, you still doing Final Fantasy playthroughs, or did you finally finish?
I'm a few chapters away from finishing that journey finally. I'm almost there.
That's been like several months now.
But I do have something super fun in the works. We're just figuring out all the details. But I will be interviewing a game developer. And
yep.
I'm psyched about that. So more to come on that.
All right, Scotty. Let's see. You've been playing that terrifying game. Did you finish?
we just completed one of, I think, our first single player playthroughs. So that was Final Fantasy F. We chose to play
Silent Hill F.
Silent Hill.
You said Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy. I was like,
because I'm playing one of those next.
I was like, I agree. F Final Fantasy, but
Jeez, it's late, and I would still want to try to get in. I'm still gonna go watch Visions right after this, or
at least they're short. At least they're like 15 minutes apiece.
So
right.
Silent Hill F. We watched it, or we played it. We watched it with the Japanese subtitle or Japanese English subtitles, so it made it even more terrifying. I love the whole atmosphere of the game. It has 5 different endings and a post-credit scene, so it is a movie. If you guys want to go check it out and skip through some of the cutscenes, it follows basically Fox Possession, which is also a Japanese lore mythology thing. So
it's terrifying.
Really cool.
I would put it on and I'd put it on mute and then I'd walk away. But I wanted to give it his watch hours, but I would not sit there and watch it.
Yeah, there's a playlist out there of that. But what we're doing next is pretty hype. It's a brand new extraction game. It's a third-person extraction with trio teams. I got my sister the version of the game. It's cross-platform, so everybody can join us now.
Which game is this? Hold on.
It's called Arc Raiders.
That's Yep.
Pretty
jot
hype.
Jot that down.
The most hype thing about it, outside of it being a game that's actually in the genre that is my channel's original genre, the extraction, high risk, high reward, all the AI makes it different. They built this AI program in-house. So all of the flying drones taught themselves how to fly. Over 60,000 deaths. These things taught themselves how to walk around the map. They taught themselves how to hear players. They taught themselves how to shoot in the direction of players and move away and like work together. Some of them are the size of...
I told you it would come to this.
I saw this movie.
Dude, so some of these things are the size of a bus, and there are some the size of buildings. They haven't been released yet. We've only played maybe 2 to 3 maps, and there's 12 maps, they said. It's a big game.
Nice.
And there's VoIP. So we got teammates, we got VoIP, and we got combat.
I like VoIP. I like cross chat. That makes it more fun when people talk.
I'm rambling about it, but the economical game too, $40. $40 on everything.
Arc Raiders, get your copy today. Trios.
We'll be doing that all November.
Shivi, what you got going on?
Not much. Still have a Thrawn theory cooking up in the background, and on the sports thing, we're trying to get some stuff out this week as well. There's some fun stuff coming this Sunday for football. It's an interesting week, so stay tuned for that over on the Double Down, and of course subscribe to Vader's Lair. But outside of that, I've just been busy with real work and the real life. So
and then we are still shopping for a uniform for something we're working on. We're shopping for an Imperial uniform. We want to make sure we get it right before we do it, but we've got some fun stuff in the works. Da Vinci is going to be highly used, so
indeed.
We may even show you guys how we do it in the member section. We've got some stuff planned out now that Shiva's out here in the Valley of Sin. We're doing some stuff. We're having some fun. We're gonna do more in-person streams, and truth be told, I'm trying to get these two out here on the West Coast for a day or two. I keep dangling carrots, but nobody seems to be nibbling. So I'm gonna switch to worms here pretty soon, and change my bait.
Switching up the bait's pretty good.
I got to switch the bait because I've been dangling carrots and lettuce and shit.
Spray some WD-40 on it.
These guys are obviously carnivores. So
I don't know if that'll work. It might make you slippery.
But yeah, I mean the ultimate goal would be to get everybody in the same room and do this kind of stuff. But supposedly we're going to be back doing this on Wednesdays more often. So I just wanted to come out thick with some good subjects of conversation to break out in the initial ones. We're not sure on, we're workshopping some things. So stick around. Make sure to subscribe to the Matcave, over to Scotty Hawks, and over to the Vader's Lair and the Double Down. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Get out there and do some stuff. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's doing their own thing.
Everybody's doing it.
Matt's talking about interviewing game developers, talking about going to gaming shops and doing stuff. Scotty's over here introducing new games, getting out there and really putting a presence on these new extraction games. And Shivi's out there doing other channels and other stuff. So everybody's out here trying to work hard. Make sure to get out there, like and subscribe to everybody's links. And I can't think of everything else. Everybody, don't forget, spay and neuter your pets. Help control the pet population. Don't forget, today is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Say what you got to say today. If you love someone, tell them you love them. If you hate them, tell them, fuck you, I hate you.
Tell them you fucking hate
But let them know how you really feel, because you never know when the opportunity to say that may not be here. And as always, be as kind as you can to your neighbor. You never know what people are going through. Everybody's fighting a fight you know nothing about. So try to be kind. Till the next time, we will see you soon. Matcave, Scotty Hawks, and Sheev the Wise, thank you guys for joining me. As always, take care, and may the force be with you. We'll catch you next time.